A lot of important things to talk about here on Quant today. We'll start off with this wick over here. In yesterday's update, we had rejected this golden pocket as we were predicting over the weekend for price to come back up into that area to get a rejection. What we then needed to see is actually this area holding a support if you wanted a potential break to the upside eventually. However, we know, and we've been saying on the channel, that eventually we are expecting a dump. Whether we go up a little bit in the short term, we still eventually believe we will go down. It's whether we just go down immediately or go up in the short term. It doesn't matter. Eventually it goes down, and we were giving those points of that needed reclaiming to invalidate that downside. So for example, when we started to come back down here and reclaim that wick, we said we need a break above $92.40, and you can see $90.40 at the top over here was not broken. We came up to it, so that's nice that we came up to it. That was a tradable opportunity if you saw some bullish divergences. But knowing that that was the key area of resistance, this is where we are planning to get rejected. We also have the 200 EMA over here. So if we had got above this, then yeah, there would have been a further bullish continuation in the short term, but just into more key levels of resistance, previous support as resistance, and then this still would have been the case afterwards. That's what I'm trying to get at. So whether that we could have bounced from here and taken out this resistance, eventually we still would have seen this dump. That's what I'm trying to get at. So we've eventually now lost this over the last day. So literally in the last 8 hours or so, we've lost this key level of support, which yesterday we were having a nice little bounce from. So it's quite easy to find the areas of bounces. Again, we knew that this was our range low, so that's why we got this immediate short-term bounce. But as we measured this wave down and found where we were getting rejected, we could have also taken a trade from here back down to the key area of support, being that wick over here, but also in line with the golden pocket, just as a further confirmation to you guys that this is where you'd be expecting price to come back down to. But it was, the signals were there. If you're getting rejected from here, we're going to the most recent key level of support being right down here. And again, as I said in yesterday's update, we're waiting for a break, whether that's of this high or of this support over here. And with that, it's going to give us further clues. And I was essentially saying, break this, we go up into this area again. But look, the 200 EMAs there. And if we lose this, we're hunting to try and break below this support over here. Now, what is interesting to me is we've set out the low over here, the initial low. We went at slightly beneath it, reclaiming it and continuing higher into those key levels of resistance, looking to eventually come back down to here, test the waters, see can we break it. Will the market makers allow price to come below here? The market maker is just trying to see, is this really a support? And in fact, can you see how the wick is setting out the low over here? However, we need an area. You can see the body stop right there. So I'm literally just going through these 2 points and dragging it across. And we can see that we are currently at support. So we are going to see some volatility within this area. We are going to go up and down, up and down, up and down like this, as we've seen previously over here. And over here, you can see we came up, then we came back down, and then we shot up. So yeah, we're in an area where it's a bit choppy right now. So it's quite easy for me. A reclaim of this level of $86.64 on the Binance perpetual contract for Quant Tether. You need a reclaim of $86.64, and then we get, our resistance becomes this area again. But we have the moving averages in the way. But the range becomes, this is the support, this is the range high, this is your midpoint over here, where we could flip into support and go up to the range high, or just come up into it as resistance to continue lower. We need to watch this area if we reclaim $86.64, which is that wick over there. So that would be a good first sign, of course. Then you need to continuously hold this support and eventually break this high. However, we are not above it. That is just preparation if we reclaim the wick. Right now we are below it, so the expectation is to chop around here and eventually come down. However, I'm just telling you guys, if we do see a break as we did over here, then the resistance of the range high is here, and then we've got that midpoint over here where we could get rejections from. You just need to wait to see the reactions. Are there wicks going up here, or are we getting above it and now got wicks showing downwards, showing that it is support? This is what we now need to find out. If we get that reclaim of that wick to the left over here, $86.64. As of now, that level is resistance. So coming up into it shouldn't get us excited. We need to see a proper reclaim and confirm the support, something like this, something like this. So until those very moments, even if we get above it, it could just be a fake out. Look over here. So we need a quite significant break, maybe all the way into the 20. And then next candle actually holding us with wicks below. and then have an opportunity to get back up to the range high, maybe form some sort of double bottom over here, because this support is yet to be lost. So it technically is your bottom, but we're trapped under this previous support, which was a bottom, but now as resistance. So that's why we're trapped between the two. We're waiting for a range break. I've prepared you for the path to the upside, but now looking at this over here, we've created this body support over here at $85.67. Lose that, and then you come back down to test these lows. Only on the loss of $84.50, then we get these targets to the downside. Now I'll get you that right now. I'm going to go from here to here. This will be more aggressive, but we can see, if I just get rid of these fibs, that we could be targeting anywhere between $80 to $82. I'm going to get you some shorter term ones as well. And then, yeah, so we've got some confluence at the $82, $83 region that we could be getting a reversal. So maybe something like this happens. And then from this area, I'm looking for a reversal back up into this key area of previous support. Now it's resistance. And then whether we reclaim it and go up or go down, because these would still be considered, you still have targets to the downside that are not yet met. So we'd still need to go ahead and meet them. It's just, will this hold as resistance to send us down there, or will we reclaim it as support to invalidate those targets? At least in the short term, you could come up to here and still eventually go down. So there's a lot of work to do is what I'm trying to get at. But I will be here along the way to analyze this all for you guys. So please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share so more people can get access to these videos, bringing really solid TA, preparing you for both scenarios, and you just take what is actually being shown on the chart. But you know, if it's to go down, you know the path is going to take. If it's to go up, you know the path is going to take. And then whatever path it shows you after you've watched this video, you go ahead and follow that path. So that is it from me today. Yeah, again, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. But if you want me to teach you how to trade, turn you from a beginner into a self-sufficient trader, someone that doesn't actually need assistance, that can go ahead and do it themselves. I'm giving you the criteria and all the tools you need. Just need to follow this checklist. If the checklist is all there on the chart, then you take the trade. If everything's not being checked off, you're not taking the trade. I'm giving you the exact entries, strategies, the patterns, the candlesticks, names, all the indicators that you need. And yeah, especially this checklist, this is the most important thing. But yeah, learning the things that are on the checklist, of course. And everything you need is in the course or the mentorship plan. You can get group mentorship sessions included in the group Discord. So if you want to join the Discord, you can get weekly group calls. You will learn some stuff there. But of course, the best way to learn is either from the course or one-to-one with me. You're going to get the course for free with that option if you're doing one-to-one work with me, as well as 3 months free in the Discord community. And then that's where you could see the future investments and get extra group calls. Mentorship calls. So that's pretty much it from me today. Links are in the description below this video. Message me on Twitter and I'll catch you over there. Cheers.